What up, it's Ty 1822 back with another one. This is my AEW Forbidden Door review. My biggest gripe with AEW going overseas, it always take place on the days I got to work the weekend. Can I finally get an AEW show where I am off on the weekend? The last time they were overseas, it was AEW all in London, and I called out from work. I could not do the same thing for this show because Forbidden Door is not on the same level as AEW all in London. And speaking of all in London, I hope it takes place on a weekend where I don't got to work. I'm praying to the man upstairs, yes, about a professional wrestling show. Now, if you want to know how I felt overall about AEW Forbidden Door, please stay at the end of the review for my final overall thoughts on the show. So the first match is Christian Cage versus Adam Copeland versus Kill Switch and Kip Sabian. Now, coming into this match, I thought it would be some chemistry issues between Christian Cage and Adam Copeland because Christian Cage is still a heel. But no, the chemistry issue was between Kip Sabian and Kill Switch. I'm glad the commentary team did bring that part up. Most likely, Kill Switch will eventually be on his own. Your winners of the match, Christian Cage and Adam Copeland. And no surprise at all. Now, Christian Cage getting over him being an asshole post-match. Both guys did shake hands, but he was not willing to accept Adam Copeland hug, and once they do hug out and Christian turn back to being a babyface, the crowd will lose their mind. Hiromu Takahashi versus Kyle Fletcher, the TNT Championship match. Now, coming in this match, we all know he is not going to drop his title. This is just a one-on match. That's what you get with Forbidden Door. This was a good match. It was a showcase of Kyle Fletcher, still your TNT champion. You could tell Tony Khan want Kyle Fletcher to be a future AEW World Champion. I truly believe he will be that someday. And I'm happy he decided to make him the TNT Champion because the TNT Championship belt had been doo-doo for the last couple years in AEW. And now with Kyle Fletcher after him, he's the perfect guy to bring prestige back to the TNT Championship. A four-way match for the TBS Championship. Mercedes Moné will defend her belt against Isla Windsor, Persephone, and Bozilla. And Bozilla really stood out in this match. She is 21 years old, heavyweight, and she can move in the ring. She made a lot of money tonight. She isn't stardom currently, but the WWE and AEW, they're going to throw her the big buck. She was the best part about this match. But I gotta bring up her Stephanie. Can I be a goner for a minute? She is thick. Lord have mercy. But we all knew Mercedes Moné will not lose a TBS championship in this type of match. Still your TBS champion, the CEO, Mercedes Moné. The IWGP championship match, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Nigel McGuinness. Now, a match like this is going to be totally different. It's going to stand out, and that's why I'm glad we got a match like this. You're not getting anything else like this, and we clearly did not. Now, McGuinness ain't the same guy he used to be, but he can still go in the rank. If he was in his prime, this match would have been a lot more bigger. I enjoyed it. Still your IWGP champion, Zack Sabre Jr. Now, I know Zack Sabre Jr. is still under contract with New Japan Wrestling, but I know eventually someday he will be all elite. I'd be surprised if he goes to W because they don't seem like his speed right there. Now, after the match was over, we had a brawl between Tekla, Julia Hart, Sky Blue, and Queen Ivanada. It was a pre-show All-Star Women Tag Team match that took place. And Queen Ivanada did get saved, but by who? The returning Jamie Hayter. I was so excited to see Jamie Hayter back on AEW television. The last time we see her on AEW Dynamite is where she got attacked by Tekla. Now Tony Khan had time to reveal the AEW Women Tag Team Championship belts. Now, yes, we all know AEW have too many goddamn belts, but they are competing against W on that same night on WrestlePalooza. So you know what we got to do to get some headlines. We will crown the first time ever Women Tag Team Champions at AEW All Out. For the men's tag team title match, Bro Dino versus Her Syndicate versus FTR. This was a damn good tag team match right here. And of course, you know, Her Syndicate, that would not work for your brother. Originally, this match was supposed to be FTR versus the Her Syndicate, but it came a three-way. And we had these three masked men in these New Japan gear to find out. It's Ricochet with Gates of Agony. And we all know what took place a while back where the Her Syndicate made Ricochet look like a fool. And now Ricochet is back for revenge. What led to Bro Dino become the new AEW Tag Team Champion, but the finish was very sloppy as hell. I'm not sure what went wrong the way that match ended, and I really thought we were going to get FTR versus Adam Copeland and Christian Cage for the AEW Tag Team Championships at AEW All Out. But we still got time. Let's see will FTR beat Bro Dino for the tag belts on Dynamite. And I got to bring it. I'm so happy for Brody King. To me, he's one of the most underrated talents in AEW. And I'm a big fan of Bro not Bro Dino, being Dino. The Unified Championship match, Okada versus Swerve. Now, Swerve is dealing with a meniscus tear. He's been dealing with since 2019. What a tough guy this dude is. And part of the story of the match was Swerve knee. Every time he did an aerial move, he was selling a knee. But this was a damn good match. I know Okada haven't booked the best in AEW, but when it comes to the pay-per-view matches, Okada reminds you why he is Okada. This was a very enjoyable match for me. Okada is still your unified champion. Post-match, Okada takes out Swerve with a chair, and that's done right on Swerve all TV. And then we get to returning Wardlow. Welcome back, Wardlow, who attacked Prince Nana, and now Wardlow is with the Don Callis family. I'm happy about this because Don Callis family been one of the best things in AEW, and I really believe a lot of people do not appreciate what Don Callis brings to AEW. Now, Tony Khan, you got Wardlow back. Please, can we make Wardlow a big deal once again like he was when he was feuding with MJF? I really thought Wardlow at one point was going to be a World Heavyweight Champion, and now he got his old man bun back also. So we got the original Wardlow back. The Women's Championship match, Toni Storm versus Athena. Now, coming into this match, I knew that Athena would not win because that tag team match on Dynamite where she got the pin, and we all know what that means. It was a good match. Billy Starks was getting involved, but Mina Shikara got her away from the match. I was surprised this match ended in a submission. Still your women's champion, Toni Storm. Now that Toni Storm is still your champion and Mercedes Moné is still your champion, most likely at AEW All Out, they're going to do the rematch between Mercedes Moné and Toni Storm. If they don't, I'm not sure who else credible they're going to have facing Toni Storm. The world title match, MJF, Hangman, Adam Page. Now, of course, MJF could win the world title DQ and count out. And I thought this match will lean too heavy on the stuff MJF could do, but no, they didn't. This was a really good wrestling match. And of course, the stuff came into play and it worked very well. I just wish they'd done a better job with the spot involving Mark Briscoe. He did not impact the match one bit. They had Hangman leg on the rope like the Mark Briscoe match, but the ref was still selling the bump, so he was never able to ring the bell and crown MJF as the new world champion. MJF continued to try everything to win this match in a dirty way, but Hangman Page actually took advantage of it with hitting him with that clipboard with the contract. Still your AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Hangman Adam Page. Now that Hangman won this first match, we know down the line MJF will announce when he want to face him for the rematch. It's just when will we get the rematch. But it's going to be a while until MJF and Hangman get a rematch, because I see Hangman being a champion for the rest of 2025. That's possible. I don't know. What y'all think about that? Will Hangman be the world champion for the rest of the year in 2025? Let me know in the comments what y'all believe whether it's going to be. The main event, the lights out match. This match was damn good. That spot with Darby Allin, Jon Moxley with the fork, Lord have mercy. Cody Castagnoli tossing Darby Allin on the cage. Darby Allin and Gabe Kidd off of the top of the cage into the four tables. Lord have mercy. I love me some Darby Allin. Ace teasing, climbing the top of the cage to do a moonsault, knowing damn well his knees are bad. It's hard for this guy to move. Bless his heart. I'm glad he's finally going to retire next year in 2026. That moonsault on top of the cage from Will Ospreay was beautiful. Babyface tag team ends up getting the victory. Post-match, Will Ospreay celebrating with the London crowd. And then it ends with the Death Riders taking Will Ospreay out. But and it was very stupid because while them locking the Babyface tag team out, all they had to do was climb over the top of the cage. And also the Ops came out. So it was more people between the Babyface team that was in action and also the Ops. They had the event. All they had to do was climb in top of the cage. I see where Tony Khan was going to get heat on Death Rider, but it came out stupid because you can easily get over the goddamn cage and save Will Ospreay. Jon Moxley takes out Will Ospreay with a chair between his neck. Will Ospreay will get neck surgery. Will Ospreay swerve or renter off AEW television. Now is 2 spots open. Who is willing to grab that brass ring? Now, AEW Forbidden Door, this was a predictable show. I said in my pre-prediction, it will be one title that will be changed. And I was right, it was the Tag Team Championship belt. But that don't mean it was not a good show. It was a good show. This show was all about just advancing to AEW All Out, which I see much bigger things taking place for that show, unlike this one. So, If you watch AEW Forbidden Door, did you like the show like me? I'll respond to everybody in the comment section. Negative, positive. Like always, hit the like button on this video. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button. I'm out. Peace.